Okay, well, that's a whole lot less of a deal than Joe Biden.
You're the one that said you'd never support a president that did this.
Wait a minute.
I will happily talk.
People,
I will happily talk to you about Joe Biden after you respond to the fact that you told us you would never support a president that willfully and intentionally let a violent offender out of jail that beat up a cop. We just proved to you with 100% certainty that that's something Trump has done.
Trump didn't do that. No, he didn't.
We just showed you the police body cam footage. I appreciate you for your insight. However, I would still appreciate an answer to my question. If this hypothetical president did willfully and intentionally let violent offenders out of jail that beat up cops, would you support them?
No president has ever let a violent offender out of jail.
Okay, and if they did, would you support them?
If they did, no. But President Trump did not let that's not a gotcha question because Trump didn't do that. Trump
he did.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
He let some people who were guilty stay in jail, and they did not get out. Why don't you look that up? He did not let out every single January 6th protest.
I need to find his name.
The ones that were found guilty.
Hey, guess what? So there's this guy. His name was.
I mean, this is the way you deflect, is what you do.
Are you ready to listen to me?
Oh yeah, I'll listen.
So Daniel Joseph Rodriguez pled guilty to multiple felony counts and even admitted to the FBI that he drove a stun gun into the neck of a cop on January 6th. Daniel Rodriguez then went to jail as a violent offender. Donald Trump pardoned Daniel Rodriguez and let him out of jail. When Donald Trump pardoned Daniel Rodriguez and let him out of jail, Donald Trump willfully and intentionally pardoned a violent offender that beat up a cop and drove a stun gun into their neck on January 6th.
Okay, first off, I've not heard about that. I'm not familiar with that. And I do know that President Trump said for the ones in January 6th that he considered them as time served. They've been in jail for 4 years. So time served, and he let them out.
Did you not say that you would not support a president that willfully and intentionally released violent offenders that try to beat up cops out of jail?
Like I said, I'm not aware of what you're talking about, and Trump didn't do that. He did not do that. Let's get back to Venezuela law. No. Because that's what you're trying to do.
No, hold on. Dean, did you say that Donald Trump pardoned DJ Rodriguez?
Yes.
Did you say that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I didn't say that.
So Paleo, hold on, listen. If what you said is true, that Donald Trump said that people serve their time, right? And everything, he would have given him a commutation, not a pardon, because a commutation would have left his guilty plea on the books, but would have let him out of jail. So Donald Trump, his very actions disprove what you just said.
This is Trump derangement syndrome at its finest, is what it is.
Facts and logic.
Facts and logic is TDS, Matt. That's a thing, though. He just admitted it.
Oh,
Facts, reason, logic, and undeniable truth is TDS. Yep.
Yeah, because that's the truth. Why would Donald Trump, if Donald Trump believed that these people who pled guilty and admitted that they just served their time, then he would have given them a very simple commutation. But he didn't. He pardoned them all. Why? Because he believes that what they did on that day, which included beating up cops, was not a bad thing, which is why he gave them a pardon.
But I just want just bare bones. Bare bones. Here's the facts. Fact number 1. Paleo told all of us that he would not support a president that willfully and intentionally let violent offenders that try to beat up cops out of jail. Fact number 2, Donald Trump is a president that is willfully and intentionally let violent offenders that beat up cops out of jail. My evidence
Prove that. Put it up there for everybody to see.
My evidence is his pardon of Daniel or DJ Rodriguez, who pled guilty to multiple felonies and admitted, or more so, admitted to the FBI that he had even drove a stun gun into the neck of a cop.
Okay, so how long? Okay, let's say you're right.
So therefore, you want to support Trump?
How long? No, that's not correct. Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm not putting words in. You're the one that said you never support a president that would do that. You're the one that said you're the one that said you never support a president that did that. He did it. You admitted that you're admitting that he did that. Therefore, in accordance with your own prior statements, you want to support him.
Devil's advocate is what you're doing.
What?
Okay,
so you don't know what that is.
By the same token of what you're saying,
you said that you wouldn't support a president that willfully and intentionally let violent offenders out of jail that beat up cops.
Prove Trump was a president that did that.
Sure, his January 6th pardons of DJ Rodriguez.
No, put it up on the screen where he put a criminal out of prison.
I don't even know if I can. I'm telling you what to look up on the internet.
Okay, so what is the
all that you need to do?
What is the sentence that you think that man should have?
Wait. All that you need to do.
Did he kill the? Wait a minute.
I just want to clarify.
Did he kill the man?
All that you need to do is go on Google and type in Trump. All that you need to do is go on Google and type DJ Rodriguez.
No, I don't have to do that.
That's the first thing that pops up.
Is that assault?
Dean, you want to make me big?
Oh,
is that assault and battery?
Sure.
Is that assault and battery?
That's a violent crime.
Okay, here we go.
What kind of sentence should somebody have for assault and battery?
Okay, here we go. Okay. After Daniel Rodriguez pleaded guilty to assaulting a police officer during the attack of the Capitol by a pro-Trump mob on January 6, 2021, he was sentenced to more than 12 years in prison by a federal judge who called him a one-man army of hate. Two other men, blah, blah, blah. On Monday, President Trump pardoned all three of them, lumping them together with nearly 1,600 other people who have been charged in connection with January 6 riot.
Paleo, looks like you got your evidence, man.
Okay, what's the source of your information?
This is the New York Times.
New York Times.
This is coming from the DOJ.
By the way,
news
they have videos of Daniel Rodriguez doing the exact thing.
Oh, play it. Play the video.
Okay, how many years should he serve?
Oh, is that video liberal propaganda too?
I never said it was.
Oh, look at that. You just saw his hand go into his neck. You just saw his hand go into his neck. That's what he admitted to the FBI. He admitted that to the FBI, and you just saw it on a fucking video. You just saw a video of DJ Rodriguez driving a stun gun into the neck of a cop. And then he turned around, he admitted it to the FBI, and then he pled guilty in a federal fucking court, and he got sentenced with 12 and a half years in prison for a violent crime, and then Donald Trump pardoned him after 3. Dude, Paleo, what more evidence could we possibly give you? I'm serious. Tell me, what more evidence could we possibly give you?
Okay, well, that's a whole lot less of a deal than Joe Biden.
You're the one that said you'd never support a president that did this.
Wait a minute. Joe Biden let 6 terrorists out of Gitmo and sent them back to where they could go back and commit crimes.
I will happily talk. I will happily talk to you about Joe Biden after you respond to the fact that you told us you would never support a president that willfully and intentionally let a violent offender out of jail that beat up a cop. We just proved to you with 100% certainty that that's something Trump has done.
Trump didn't do that. No, he didn't.
We just showed you the police body cam footage of DJ Rodriguez driving a stun gun into the neck of a cop. We showed you that DJ Rodriguez then pled guilty to that and was sentenced with 12 and a half years in jail. And then we showed you that Donald Trump pardoned this man and let him out of jail to roam free. Yes,
well, that's time
we did show that too.
How many years did he serve?
No. Time served is a commutation.
Yes. How many years did he serve?
See, Paleo, that's what you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Time served is a commutation.
And it's a distraction. You took me away from the government supersedes the American government.
Paleo, did I prove to you?
A terrorist that's in prison that he doesn't want to let out of the country.
Did I prove to you? Did I prove that that Donald Trump pardoned somebody that pled guilty to violently assaulting a cop on January 6th?
Well, yeah, you prove that, but it doesn't mean that Trump is a criminal for doing so.
So.
He's the president of the United States.
So he
can pardon anybody he wants.
It is now proven,
just like Joe Biden pardoned terrorists.
It is now proven.
Just like Barack Obama.
It is now proven.
Billions of dollars to Iraq and Iran.
Paleo. Stop. So it is now proven.
Send them back to where they go.
So it is now proven, and you agree, okay, that Donald Trump willfully and intentionally pardoned a violent offender that beat up a cop. Okay, let him out of jail. Do you remember 2.5 minutes ago when you told us every single one of us, when you told every single one of us that you would not support a president that did exactly that. But now that we have proven it to you, okay, that is something Trump has done, guess what?
No,
you don't
didn't.
care that red line's gone and you still support him.
Trump did not do anything unlawful.
Oh,
He's the president of the United States.
I said that Trump willfully and intentionally pardoned a violent offender that beat up a cop, let him out of jail. 3 minutes ago, listen to me very closely. Listen to me. Listen. 3 minutes ago, you told me, you told Matt, you told Jesse in the TikTok chat, Jen in the TikTok chat, Brian in the YouTube chat. You told us all 7,000 of us, 5,000 on TikTok, 2,000 on YouTube, that you would not, and I repeat, you would not support a president that willfully and intentionally pardoned a violent offender who beat up a cop and let him out of jail. You told us that that is not something you would do. Now,
and I can give you the same scenarios for Barack Obama and Joe Biden.
No. Paleo,
and it means absolutely nothing.
Paleo. Now that you said that's something you would not do, something you would never do, you'd never support a president that did that. Okay. You also just admitted that we've now proven to you that Trump has done that. Is that fair to say that we've proven to you that Trump has done that?
No, it's not fair. So you're not a judge nor a jury, and you don't have the jurisdiction to accuse the president of a crime that he did not commit.
Wait. I can accuse the president of any crime I want to. Like what?
So I'm accusing.
So now it's two against one up here.
I'm accusing.
And I see where this is going.
Paleo. I'm accusing.
How long before you boot me or drop me?
Paleo. I want to be very clear of what I'm accusing Trump of. Are you ready?
It's bullshit's what it is. But yeah, I'm ready.
Willfully and intentionally pardoning a violent offender that drove a stun gun into the neck of a cop.
Okay, well, on the same token, okay, a president has the right. Wait a minute.
We prove,
a president? No.
Did we prove
no, you didn't.
that Trump did that?
No.
How did we not prove that Donald Trump pardoned DJ Rodriguez?
Did Joe Biden
not Joe Biden.
Right before he left office?
Stop.
No. It's the same thing.
No. How did we not prove that Donald Trump pardoned DJ Rodriguez? We were able to, A, give you the body cam footage of DJ Rodriguez driving a stun gun into a cop's neck. Then B, where we're able to give you evidence that showed that he admitted it to the FBI, and then evidence that a jury and judge found him guilty of doing this and sentenced him to 12.5 years. And then on top of that, we were then able to give you evidence that Donald Trump pardoned DJ Rodriguez and let him out of jail. That evidence proves that Donald Trump willfully and intentionally pardoned a violent offender that beat up a cop driving a stun gun into their neck.
Well, I wouldn't term that as beating up a cop because that's not what it is. It's simple assault. That's what it is. It didn't beat him up.
Would you argue that punching a cop, beating them up, is worse than driving a taser into their neck?
It's simple assault.
Simple assault. Just simple assault.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's simple assault. That's what the law is. Simple assault. And look. Okay, what was that guy's political?
So just to clarify.
Let me ask you.
No.
What was the guy's political affiliation? Was he Antifa or was he a Trump supporter?
Just to clarify.
Was he Antifa or was he a Trump supporter?
Just to clarify that you're now saying.
You're not going to answer that one.
Just to clarify that you're now saying that if DJ Rodriguez punched that cop instead of driving a stun gun into his neck and Trump pardoned him, you wouldn't support Trump.
It'd be the same thing.
Okay, so then because it's the same thing, that means that we've proved that Trump pardoned somebody that beat up a cop, and you told us you wouldn't support a president that pardoned somebody for beating up a cop.
I did not tell you that.
Yes, you did.
I told you I would sit. No, I did not tell you that. You're again. No, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
You're again putting words and thoughts in my brain that I did not think or say.
Chat.
You are subverting what I said.
For the
and
viewers,
turning it around
viewers on YouTube,
and using it as gotcha politic questions to bait and distract. That's what the left does, and that's what y'all are doing.
Viewers on YouTube, can you guys find the timestamp of when he said, no, I wouldn't support a president that willfully and intentionally let a violent offender out of jail, that pardoned a violent offender that had beat up a cop? Can you guys give me a timestamp on that in the YouTube chat?
That's not what you said to me.
Yeah, it is.
No, you said, would I support a president that broke the law, a person who broke the
That's
law
not what I said.
of a violent offender.
No.
Is that not what you said?
No, I said pardon.
You didn't say about
Yeah,
a stun gun or all that. You lowered the boom on me after that.
I
You didn't say that up front.
I said pardon
Because
a
it's
violent
gotcha
offender that
politics.
beat up a cop.
It's what it is.
I said pardon a violent offender that beat up a cop. That's what I said.
Trump, just like Biden and Obama and every other president, they have the right to pardon anybody they want. It doesn't mean they're a criminal.
We may even have the timestamp now. Let's see. But I'm not even talking about
It didn't happen. That's a gotcha question, and I'm not going to answer.
Paleo. I understand that you're saying it didn't happen. I understand that you're saying these are things that Trump did.
So why ask me that?
I appreciate you for your insight. However, I would still...
There you go.
appreciate
Why
you
ask
for
me
the
that?
question. If this hypothetical president did willfully and intentionally let violent offenders out of jail that beat up cops, would you support them?
No president has ever let a violent offender out of jail.
Okay, and if they did, would you support them?
If they did, no. But President Trump did not let... That's not a... If they did... No, but President Trump did not let... If they did, no, but President Trump did not let a violent offender out of jail.
Okay, and if they did, would you support him?
If they did, no, but President...
Paleo, I'm going to ask you to go and unmute that mic and explain yourself.
Oh, I've unmuted it. You kept muting it while I was trying to unmute it because you don't want me to talk. What does it have to do with anything pertinent? It doesn't mean anything. You're trying to throw spears at President Trump because you hate Trump, because he shatters your delusions like all the rest of you.
Mute it again, this time without pivoting. Go ahead, you got it.
I wasn't pivoting.
Yeah, you were.
That's another tactic you use. When you're losing the argument, it's pivoting.
Mute it again. Try again without pivoting. Once again, all I want you to respond to. Once again,
What's the question?
Yeah.
What's the question? I know the act is coming.
So
you're fixing to drop me.
So you told us that you would never support a president that let a violent offender out of jail by pardoning them. You said if they did that, no. And then you also admitted that Trump has done that.
By your classifications, no, I did not admit that.
Yeah, you did.
Trump's not done anything wrong by pardoning those people. He said, and now you can look this up. You can look the snippet up. He said time served, as far as I'm concerned. No, don't talk over me.
Do you need to hear the fucking...
I'll let you speak and then...
Do you need to hear the fucking question again, okay? Let's listen to the question together.
If they did, jail.
Do you support them?
No president has ever let a violent offender out of jail.
Okay, and if they did, would you support him?
If they did, no, but...
So you said, and I quote, if they did no, to response to the question, and I quote, if a president let a violent offender out of jail, would you support them? Okay? In Trump pardoning DJ Rodriguez, who is a violent offender, Trump let a violent offender out of jail. Meaning that you wouldn't support him.
So is every other president before him.
So you wouldn't support Trump nor any other president before him?
I support Trump because he's good for the country and he's doing what I elected him to do.
So
and 77 million Americans are happy with what he's doing. I'm very happy with what he's doing.
So why did you lie to me earlier when you told me you wouldn't support a president that let a violent offender out of jail? Why did you lie?
I didn't lie to you.
Come on. You're saying that squares are circles now.
You use the only leftist tactic
you're saying that squares
you
are circles.
know how to use to win an argument. And that's what you do. And I've sat here and watched you do it every single time.
Paleo.
Yeah, go ahead and interrupt
I'll show you that you're lying. If Donald Trump let a violent offender out of jail, would you support him?
I mean, what does it matter?
Fuck you. Answer. If Trump let a violent offender out of jail, would you support him?
I support Trump, yes.
You lied earlier, because earlier you said no.
This is a gotcha politics question, and it means absolutely nothing.
So you admit to lying earlier.
And it's also...
So you do admit to lying earlier, right?
And it's all... No, it's also
wait, whoa, Paleo, you got some explaining to do. Earlier you said no, now you're saying yes to the same question. That means that you lied at one of the times, right? Or did you just change
whatever,
your mind?
whatever. It doesn't matter because it's a hypothetical bullshit question.
Wait,
And it has no bearing.
Okay, so I just want to clarify.
anything.
I just want to clarify. You're saying that you did lie, but it doesn't matter.
No, I didn't lie.
Okay, then why was your answer different then than is now?
What I did was I fell for your gotcha politics question. That's what I did.
Oh, so you're
and it's
blaming
a classic,
it on me. It's my
no,
fault.
it's a class. No, it's my fault because I let you lead me into it. That's my fault. Because I know better.
Chat, let me tell you. I don't think we've ever had a better depiction of like MAGA cultism. I think
so you got this other guy in here.
Shut up. I think this is in game. I literally think this is in game. This is like in game MAGA cultism. I don't think that like there's been a more clear example ever on any of my lives at any point at any time ever. It's never been more clear than it is right now.
What is a cult? Can you tell me? What is a cult?
Yeah, what you are a part of. Goodbye.